My name's Lennox Green and I work in the admissions department in the School of Mathematics. I suppose when you ask me who I am, I think for me, I'm an ordinary person that's got the idea that we need to be doing something for other people and not just looking after ourselves and our own family. And so I think I'd like to see the idea of who award winners are, that they're very ordinary people that are just trying to do something for other people outside of their own, group. That's important to me. That's who I am. The project's called the Rainbow Christian Centre, and it's a charity. It's a registered charity, and our purpose that we've got on our documentation is to give support, practical support and spiritual support to people in the community, especially the disadvantaged and those who are in need, homeless, children and the elderly. And so we're just a community-based charity that's there to support the community in any way, physically and spiritually. When I look at the way in which people who are in every community have issues, whether it's to do with drink or drugs or food poverty, sometimes it might be other domestic issues, and where we're based in Hume, and we see a wide variety of needs in the community, and each of those needs we've tried to respond to. So we've set up a food bank because the bedroom tax had a huge impact. There was a suicide on our estate because of that, and people who end up having their benefits stopped for different reasons. So interventions like that, just so that they can provide for their family and takes that pressure off. When we're out on the streets on a Sunday night, we're seeing young people who are out of the care system, or people who are out of prison who ended up on the streets because the process or something failed somewhere along the line. And these are very ordinary people, in my opinion, who have just ended up in bad situations, and it's just they need support. And I think for us, the way it makes a difference, because there's other organisations that are involved in supporting, whether it's food banks or lots of organisations going out on the streets as well to help with the other homeless. I think where Rainbow certainly is necessarily unique, but what's important to us isn't just to try to help people in a physical way, but that other side, that spiritual, emotional side. So spending time connecting with people, listening to them, I think that for me is as important as providing the practical support and help. It's not difficult to put your hand in your pocket or to give a bit of time, but it's how you actually care for people. And I think for me, it's making sure that people know that we are looking at them in a way in which I suppose I'm putting myself in their shoes and thinking if I was in their situation, and it can be very dehumanising and it can be very isolating. And so it's when I see the people who are now part of Rainbow or in our community who have been in crisis, and now that they're more stable or their needs have been met, not just from an organisation but from people that care about them. And so it's that personal touch that I think makes Rainbow very, that's what's important to me anyway about what we do. We wanted to have a community that's based in the hub of a needy area, and Hume has one of the most deprived communities that we're aware of in the area. And so we were looking for a building that we could use, and the local authority were very supportive of what we were doing, because we were having people that we were supporting from our home for many years, but we wanted something more permanent. After being unable to get the funding and support from the local authority, me and my wife, Heather, we decided to remortgage our house. So we used the collateral from our property to buy the centre that we're now using, and that's how we primarily fund the things that we do, everything that we do at Rainbow, whether it's the gym that I run twice a week, the food bank, the children's work, trips and things like that we do for some of the people in the community. We make sure that it's done without them needing to contribute, because most of them aren't able to. Some of our friends and family also contribute as well, but we take financial responsibility for everything that happens at Rainbow. I think for me, what motivates me you heard the phrase, love your neighbour as yourself. Well, the guy that said that, I think he was onto something. I think that that simple principle is the key, and if everybody looked at the people outside of their own network and looked at the people that they don't know so well, and remember that we've got an obligation not just to care for those that we know, but those that we don't know. And making a better world is the name of this event, and to me everyone should have two worlds: the world where they're caring for the friends and family, and the world where we're caring for people outside of our normal network. And that's one of the ethoses and one of the principles that drives, certainly motivates me. And I enjoy seeing people who are now my friends, who were once strangers. And that's over the 20, 25 years that I've been doing what I'm doing, that's been the thing that's given me most satisfaction.